Tanui in lane 2, the Olympic 800 metres champion. Cleary, the young Australian, the Australian junior record holder. And Gary Locke, who's very good of Great Britain, the Northern Irish runner, ran 3:34 last year. Then the one and only Moses Kiptanui. Alan Buntsworth having a look out of New Zealand coming back. He's a 3:39 runner. We go over the page. The 19-year-old Maru. David Cobbett, who beat Morcelli in the Dream Mile in 1992 in the Olympic year. And Pat Scammell, who's been to 3 Commonwealth Games, a couple of World Championships, a couple of Olympics. Malaquin to do the pace. Dick, there's Kiptanui on screen. He's in great shape. 3:36 indoors and 7:38.
What a wonderful athlete, Bruce. I watched him in Hobart just a few days ago, pacing young Chris Unfank. Who could ever hope for a better pacemaker in a 3,000-metre steeplechase than this man, Kiptanui, one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen.
So versatile. He won the World Juniors at 1500. There's William Tanui, the 32-year-old, the Olympic champion from Barcelona at 800 metres. So he's the current Olympic champion, Tanui. He also has been an African champion at this distance. And David Cobbett, who's been an African champion himself and a finalist at the Olympics in 1992 and at the World Championships in Tokyo in 1991. Paul Cleary, the Australian, the 19-year-old, 3:38.39 his time this year. Now the A qualifiers 3:38. He's the Australian junior record holder.
Well, he's been in a World Junior Championships final, but I think this will be the biggest night of Paul Cleary's athletic career. Gee, David Cabet's an interesting runner. As you say, Olympic finalist, World Championship finalist, Bruce. Paratrooper in the Kenyan Army, so he's not scared of the big time.
And let's not forget big Pat Scammell, who could put in a terrific race tonight.
So they're away. Malaquin should run the pace for Kiptanui. Lambeck's gone out very hard. And Rinaldi also is going to help with the pace. We saw him earlier tonight in the 800. So Rinaldi and Malaquin to help out. Tanui's up in 3rd placing early. Kiptanui will take a little while to work his way through the field. That's his general style. He's moving around the outside now. Cleary's tucked away behind those. Scammell you can see. So Rinaldi leading from Malaquin. Kiptanui's moved up 3rd, then Tanui. Cleary's okay for the moment, and Scammell as well. There's Cleary with the glasses on, you can see. So 3:38, the key time for Cleary, but Kiptanui's best time is 3:34. He's the fastest man ever at high altitude. He ran 3:34 dead. And he was a World Junior Champion at 1500. Rinaldi really going out probably too fast here with Malaquin in 2nd placing. We'll get a split for the first lap. And it's under a minute, but Rinaldi, I'm not sure what good he's doing there. 20 metres or 30 metres in front of Malaquin, who's a real pacemaker here, with Kiptanui, Cobbett and Tanui all in that group. Scammell and Cleary well placed, the 2 Australians.
I think Justin Rinaldi's gone out just a fraction too fast for the group, but it's still forcing a fairly good time. They've got to go for that A qualifier today for the Australians' point of view anyway, but what a star-studded field, a magnificent race we have here.
Locke's also in that group behind the leaders. There's Malaquin leading, so Rinaldi steps off, 2 laps to go.
I think we'll find that Malaquin will go for about 1200.
He only arrived today, Malaquin. He's been in great form indoors. He's got a bit of jet lag. That's why he didn't run the 800. So Malaquin leads Kiptanui, Cobbett, Tanui, Cleary, Locke, Scammell there. Bunt's not far away. Maru, the other Kenyan.
The Locker finalist at Gothenburg is in very, very good form, although doing mainly distance work and not doing a lot of speed. But here comes Cleary. He's taken up the challenge.
The young Australian, the 19-year-old, moves up to be 2nd behind Malaquin. Kiptanui 3rd, then Cobbett, then Scammell moving forward. Tanui just behind those. Looks as if he might be struggling. And Maru. So Cleary now to sit on Kiptanui.
What a great race from Paul Cleary. He was in perfect position when he went through the bell with 2 laps to go, and he hasn't been scared. And if he can move up a little bit, he may be able to keep the great Moses Kiptanui in the pocket. What a great run from Paul Cleary.
Yeah, the Australians are certainly taking it up. There's no question about that. They're in here to race these Kenyans. They're not up there to follow on. And Cleary's taking it up. Scamell's not too far behind and looking very, very good at the moment.
So we get the split now at 1200. It's 2:42 in this, the John Landy 1500. Malaquin will probably step off very shortly. He leads Kiptanui. It's about 3:40 pace, so not super quick, that's for sure. Now Kiptanui to really rev it up. They'll come home hard. Cleary's going to try and hang on now. Scammell, Cobbett, Tanui, Maru, Locke struggling. Kiptanui away. Cleary's responding very well at 250. Then Maru and Scammell. Look at Cleary challenging. not only challenging away from Kiptanui.
And listen to the crowd get behind the youngster. Go, Paul Cleary.
Go, Paul. Go, Pat. Come on.
3:38 the qualifier for Cleary. Can he hang on? Kiptanui to come at him. The 19-year-old Australian's holding him. Kiptanui won't get him. Cleary's going to hang on. A famous victory. Kibet behind him. It's Cleary hanging on. And does he get the time? It doesn't matter. He gets the scalps of Kibet and Kiptanui.
Well, that's one of the greatest races at Olympic Park, and didn't... Look, we got a bit excited as we came down the straight, but dear me, Paul Cleary, Dick, wasn't that just a fantastic run?
Oh, he's a magnificent young runner. I mean, if he doesn't go to Atlanta, it's going to be a real shame as far as I'm concerned. I think he's got a faster run in him, but what a lot of guts and what a lot of technique and style and this guy has. He's a runner of the future. Let's hope it's not in the not too distant future for Australia.
He's taken on two of the best distance runners in the world. In fact, one of the best Kenyans of all time. And he wasn't scared the whole time. I think that was the most impressive thing from my point of view. He was in a great position at the bell. He took them on going down the back straight. He kicked for home, chock full of confidence. And look at this. I tell you what, I reckon you'll look at that tape a few times, Dick.
Yeah, it's a sort of courage that's going to encourage other people to do the same thing. It's the sort of run we need. People to have a go, get up the front and just find out how fast they can run without holding back and trying to kick. Get up there and run. Ron Clark always said that's what you got to do. Get out there and find out how quickly you can get out there and run.
Tom
That's
Kelly,
what's
his
all about.
coach, with him. What a great moment for them. He is making giant strides here. He'll be in Atlanta, there's no question about that. And on the world scene at 19 years of age, to be able to beat Kibet and Kiptanui and Tanui and also Locke, he's right there with the very best. There's no question about that.
Yeah, it's a big confidence booster. To give some of the other guys a little bit of credit, they're not right in their racing form at the moment, but what a magnificent effort by Cleary.
It's a fair point, Dick, but Kiptanui did run 3:36 indoors. He had a crack at his own world indoor 3,000 metre record and ran 7:38. It's not bad shape.
No, it's
that shape.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question. I'm not going to knock Kiptanui. He's the greatest Kenyan of all time. But at the same time, he's arrived here tonight thinking that he could run 3:35, 3:36. And then he's had a real go at Cleary and hasn't been able to run him down. As I said in the call, it's a famous victory.
Yeah, Kibet, Kibet, I watched Kibet in Hobart running a race where he had to run around the field from a handicap race. He put in a magnificent effort, ran around the field and still ran a 4-minute mile, and he's come out here and run magnificently again, but not magnificently enough to get past our young Cleary.
And won't they get a surprise when the aficionados right around the world get the results of this in the next few days and they see Cleary, Kibet and Kiptanui, and they'll go back and say, Cleary, we better write him into our book. He might be important. And I think there's no question about that. He is going to be just that. Won't John Landy and Ron Clark be proud tonight? The Landy 1500, Clark, who sponsored Kiptanui coming out, they'll be so thrilled with this result tonight. Remember that at this Olympic Park area in 1956, John Landy went back and picked up Ron Clark in that famous Australian Championship prior to the Olympic Games. So, and one of the real highlights of the Australian season, this young man has taken one of the biggest scalps in world athletics, Paul Cleary. We're going to get an interview with him shortly, but before then we'll take a break and be back with more right after this.